The night air was heavy with the scent of rain and fear. In the heart of Washington, where secrets could topple governments and whispers carried more weight than gunfire, a single phone call set in motion a plan that would alter the course of a nation. It began with an ambitious senator whose public charm masked a private desperation. His name was Richard Cole, a man of impeccable suits and calculated smiles. To the public, he was a rising star, a reformer with promises of transparency. Behind closed doors, he was drowning in debt and desperate for power. His closest confidant, Evelyn Shaw, a brilliant strategist with ice in her veins, knew the stakes. She had built her reputation on winning at any cost, and she was about to gamble everything. Their target was President Henry Wallace, a man beloved for his quiet integrity. Wallace believed in open government, in a politics that served the people, and that made him dangerous to those who profited from the shadows. Cole and Shaw saw an opportunity not just to win an election, but to rewrite history itself. All they needed was a spark to ignite the nation's anger. That spark came in the form of a whistleblower, a low-level analyst named Thomas Green. Thomas stumbled onto encrypted documents that hinted at covert deals, backroom agreements between Wallace's administration and a foreign power. The truth was far less damning than it appeared, but Cole and Shaw knew perception mattered more than fact. They reached out through intermediaries, feeding the story to a journalist hungry for a career-making scoop. As the headlines exploded, public trust began to crumble. Television screens flickered with images of protesters, their chants rising like a storm. Wallace denied the accusations, his calm voice barely carrying over the roar of a nation in outrage. Inside the Oval Office, he confided to his chief of staff, "The truth will win out." But in politics, truth is often the first casualty. The investigation moved quickly. Federal agents pored over the alleged documents, each new discovery leaked to the press with surgical precision. Behind the scenes, Evelyn Shaw orchestrated every leak like a maestro conducting a symphony of chaos. Cole played the part of the reluctant patriot, calling for accountability while carefully positioning himself as the only man who could restore honor. When Thomas Green was found dead in his apartment, an apparent suicide, the conspiracy tightened its grip. The note left behind was too perfect, the handwriting too neat. Detective Maria Castillo, a seasoned investigator with a nose for deception, was the first to sense something was off. She walked through the crime scene, her eyes catching details others overlooked: the untouched coffee cup, the missing phone records, the faint trace of expensive cologne that had no business in Green's modest apartment. Castillo pushed for answers. Each lead led to another closed door. Key witnesses recanted their statements. Evidence went missing. Still, she refused to back down. "Someone wants this buried," she told her partner late one night, "and they're willing to kill to keep it that way." Her investigation exposed threads that pointed directly to Senator Cole's inner circle. A private meeting between Cole and a shadowy political donor surfaced, a man known for financing smear campaigns. But before Castillo could present her findings, she was threatened. A black car idled outside her home for 3 nights. Anonymous notes warned her to stop digging. "For your own good," one read, the ink smeared like a fingerprint of fear. Undeterred, Castillo took her evidence to a federal prosecutor. The courtroom became a theater of power and intimidation. Evelyn Shaw testified with icy composure, her words a careful dance of half-truths. Cole sat stoic, his expression betraying nothing. The prosecution revealed the forged documents, the trail of money, the silent coercion of witnesses. Gasps filled the gallery as the narrative shifted. In a climactic moment, a hidden recording emerged. Late-night whispers between Shaw and the political donor, their voices plotting the downfall of a president, played for all to hear. "History belongs to those who shape it," Shaw's voice declared. The jury listened in stunned silence. Cole's career, built on lies and ambition, began to crumble. But even as justice closed in, the damage was done. President Wallace had chosen not to seek re-election, his reputation forever stained by a conspiracy built on smoke and mirrors. The nation's faith in its leaders had been shaken. Cole and Shaw were convicted of conspiracy and obstruction, yet their plan had succeeded in rewriting the political landscape. Outside the courthouse, as reporters shouted questions, Detective Castillo spoke only once. "Power isn't always about who wins," she said quietly. "It's about who controls the story." And in that single sentence, the real truth lingered. History is never just what happened. It is what people are made to believe. If stories like this keep you hooked, hit subscribe for more. Description: 150 words. In the dark corridors of political power, secrets can shape nations and lies can destroy them. The conspiracy that changed history uncovers the chilling story of Senator Richard Cole and his ruthless strategist Evelyn Shaw, who launched a campaign of deception to bring down a beloved president. What began as whispers of scandal erupted into a national crisis, until a single detective uncovered the shocking truth. From forged documents to mysterious deaths and a courtroom showdown that exposed the masterminds, this true crime documentary reveals how ambition and betrayal can rewrite history. Follow the trail of evidence and discover how one deadly conspiracy shattered public trust and changed the course of a nation forever. Prepare for a gripping, cinematic journey through a world where power is the ultimate weapon and truth is the first casualty.